Hello, it's December 2024, and this video is inspired by a group that I was invited into, and I maybe lasted 24 hours in this group. And it has to do with my last few videos where I'm talking about, for example, something that begins with Iver and even hydro. But this particular group, which seemed to, or at least by its title, just seemed to have, or supposed to have, random discussions about various topics, was really consumed by Iver. And as I was scrolling through and began to interact and everything else, it was really interesting to see how people were making so many unsubstantiated claims of how this miracle drug literally cures everything from blindness to hearing loss to sickness, tummy flus, skin. I mean, this is like the most, I don't even know how to describe it, the most amazing drug in the world if this is true. It's not. And I began to get a lot of resistance when I've been started asking for, okay, where's the evidence of this or that? And some people say, well, I didn't keep my medical records, so I don't have any proof of it. And people were trying to direct me to another social media site, which I had no interest in joining, somewhere where they, I guess, do discussions. And everyone was talking about this particular individual named Danny. And somebody had joined the group asking who this person was. And they said that this person was the first person to give testimonial to this Iver thing, completely curing them of everything, even cancer and everything else. Amazing drug this thing is. And this drug comes in a paste, pill, liquid, all these different forms. Well, I'm just going to say that when I replied to the who is this Danny person, I started reading what other people were saying about him. I just linked my more recent video on false prophets, prophet types, and so forth. But anyway, but it was very interesting to see the cult-like mindset of all these people. And some people were coming in desperate. There were some people coming in on borrowed time, which it appears that I'm on borrowed time myself, asking for legitimate help. One person had made a comment, or post, sorry, where their cancer did not go away. And they were asking why. And, you know, people were, oh, well, first you have to do all this other stuff. After 2 years of taking Iver, and just excuses. Anyway, these types of groups and these types of people really pushing it. And there's a lot of innocent people who are blatantly lying. There's some people who the studies made famous by Julia Shaw can give insight to on why they answer, because they believe their imagination. And I try to explain, well, you could be cured naturally, just your body heals itself by itself, like you don't know. But a lot of resistance in this cult-like group, and people were really consumed. And I even noticed how people were talking about this Iver getting rid of parasites and bacteria and everything else. I mean, this is like the wonder drug of humanity. And one person had made a post concerned about having parasites, and they could feel it in and under their skin, crawling around and going through their body and everything else. There's quite a few people saying stuff like this. And I had made a comment about, I forget exactly how I word crafted it, but it was basically saying that it was all in their head, perhaps. They came back saying that, well, my MS is very real and everything else. And I said, well, you didn't state or imply anything about MS. You were talking about these parasites or whatever in and on your skin and crawling around inside of you. And it's amazing how a lot of these people just, I mean, it's beyond logical fallacies and mental gymnastics at this point. And I really do feel sorry for most of these people who are there sincerely trying to resolve their fears, whether they be real or perceived. But these types of groups and gurus behind it, pushing it, are doing these people more harm than good. And I've highlighted, for example, the issues and the serious side effects with Iver, as well as the one called Hydro, etc. Just different flavors of Kool-Aid. But anyway, it was kind of frustrating in a sense, having to deal with everyone attacking, ridiculing, mocking, all the negativity thrown at me by so many people. And I'm using the word frustrated loosely because I really don't care. When I went in and started to see this topic had consumed this group, and tried to offer alternative thought, we'll just call it that, get canceled for it. Something I've been used to of, especially over the past 4 years, since 2020. It's interesting how a lot of those people later came to me and said, you know something, you were right. But anyway, didn't want to be right. That's all I wanted to say. Just this experience, this past 24 hours in this crazy group. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Listen to this and write it down if you can't remember it. You're never going to outgrow warfare. You simply must learn to fight. I hear people saying to me, oh, when is it going to get easier? When you die.